What's up, guys? I'm going to be talking about how to do the tongue shape needed for a wolf whistle or a fingerless whistle, a taxi whistle, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be talking about how to develop the tongue strength to be able to do the shape that you want your tongue in. So I've done a few takes so far and then I just screw it up. So this is going to be my last take. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just going to post it. Sometimes I get a bit wordy or I don't make sense. I'm sorry. I'm not that bright. This is like my 5th tongue whistling video, so I'm obviously not that creative either. But if you haven't checked out my other videos, I've had quite a bit of success on those, or people have had a good feedback. So go ahead and check them out. This is going to be in response to a lot of some comments I get about, hey, I can't do that tongue shape. So here's how you do the tongue shape. Ready? I had an abstract artist draw up some diagrams for me in their abstract way. I think they look really good. I'm really happy with how they did it. So the blue line is the upper lip and the pink line is your tongue. I'm going to be demonstrating this practice technique by showing it with the upper lip, and then we're going to move it back to the teeth. If your teeth are like you have a gap in your teeth or you're missing teeth, whatever, you can just use your upper lip. Spill over my camera. If you have nice teeth, then you can do it like that. Let's get into this right now. This is what it looks like if you have your tongue against your upper lip, and this is what it looks like if you sigh out air. Don't blow out air, you're gonna get lightheaded really fast. Just breathe out, sigh out some air, and then close it. Now you're going to visualize your tongue into having different sections. You're going to take the outer sections of your tongue and try to close those, and then close a little bit further in, close a little bit further in, then a little bit further in, until you can get it to look like this. And that will actually take some practice because you are fighting against the pressure of the air. So essentially it's just one airstream going across the top of your tongue. And you can do that right away probably. However, to get it to the point of a very fine airstream, it might take some time to practice. And then once you are able to have a tight airstream, you're going to refer to this diagram. See, this guy demonstrates the angle of which you're looking at the tongue, right? So this is looking at the tongue sideways. You're gonna lift the tip of your tongue back up against the airflow. The tip of the tongue being this little hole that you have. And then if you are doing it correctly, you might be able to feel your tongue kind of flap like a flag in the wind. That is a good thing. It means that you have a really strong airflow, and then you just have to go ahead and keep moving your tongue back against the airflow to strengthen your tongue so it stops moving like that. So you're going to be doing that so it changes the airflow, the angle of the airflow. Now if you just take the back of your tongue and pull it back, and you move your tongue further into the back of your mouth, into your mouth, you can go ahead and change, you can whistle, like that's how you do it. So essentially there's 2 things that you need to be adjusting while you're trying to whistle. The first is the angle of which you have your tongue back, and then the second one is where your bottom lip is. If those 2 line up, then you'll find that sweet spot. So I would move the tip back and then try different spots with your bottom lip. I'll demonstrate what that looks like in a second. And then if you can't find it, change the angle a bit more and find the bottom lip, all while visualizing pushing that tongue, different sections of your tongue back up against your upper lip. So you get it. If you hear a little bit of a whistle, you'll be able to do it real soon. Hopefully that makes sense. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about moving it back to your teeth. So you're going to be using your upper teeth and like the top parts of them, like where the teeth and the roof of your mouth meet. That's going to be used in the same way as your upper lip was used a second ago. So you can go ahead and try to block the airflow, closing off the different sections, so it's just that tip of your tongue that's letting air through. And then you just put your bottom lip down. Alright, so here are some extra little pointers. This guy right here, when you're blowing out air like that, your tongue's going to want to kind of do a U shape. So the tongue is against my molars. Like this part of my tongue is on top or on bottom of my like teeth back there, and then the teeth right here, this part of my tongue, it's just like against the back of it. So I'm kind of making like a, you should be able to drink water and hold it there, and then you can even like spit it out in a straight line and go. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's that shape that you're trying to do. This might be too much information. You don't have to focus on this too much, but as you are practicing what I just taught you, you can go ahead and also try to think about, you can see this is, he's looking this way, this is the side of your tongue. That part of my tongue, I feel like I'm kind of pushing up against the roof of my mouth a bit more. It's not touching, but I'm kind of pushing up against it and against the airflow with that part of my tongue, if that makes sense. So you're trying to close off the airflow and pushing against the airflow with this part of your tongue and leaving this part open. And then you are also kind of pushing up against the roof of your mouth with that part of your tongue. Your tongue is still staying like a U shape, but it's like, if that makes sense, that's a good thing, and I'm happy. If you haven't checked out my other videos, they'll have a lot more information about what you should be doing to whistle like this. I just hope this kind of gives people who are interested in trying to figure out the tongue shape I hope that gives you some, I don't know. Anyways, good luck, guys. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If this video is trashed and this is a waste of time, go ahead and give it a fat thumbs down. If you liked it, thumbs up, and go ahead and check out my other videos, share them, like them, subscribe. That'd be great. All right, guys. I hope this wasn't a waste of your time. I hope you learned something. Cool.